Really excited to be getting into this, and I feel like Pokemon Trainer versus Cloud is going to be very volatile for both characters, especially when it comes down to the different ways that Vibe can edgeguard Cloud with not one, not two, but all three of the Pokemon.
All right, well, we shall see. That is absolutely going to be the weakness of Cloud for sure, is being edge guarded, right? If you don't have access to that limit, it definitely does make it very tricky for this character to get back on stage. However, on the other side, when he is on stage, when he can't control that space, yeah, Cloud can be a very oppressive character for sure. So could be a big test for Anthony. We'll see if he's able to get the job done. Love to see PTs here, though, man. If you ever keep up with the Smash community, you know actually PT has had some success here. A couple of years ago, Tweak won, I think it was like a low-tide city or low-tier city with Pokemon Trainer at this very event. So definitely PT can put in some work for show.
Yeah, I feel like PT is still in that, like, not necessarily top tier, but like gatekeeper kind of high tier area, because you still see like really strong players like Quid, who we saw earlier playing PT. If you've never seen Quid's Ivysaur, my God, it's just such a treat to watch. He's so good.
Yeah, Quid is absolutely. He got kind of a little bit of a blueprint on this character for sure. But very even stuff early on here between Vibe and Anthony. So I do like what I'm seeing. Nobody getting a clear advantage just yet until that moment right there. The Ivysaur does what Ivysaur does. The quick strike down there, getting rid of that stock.
Yeah, excellent placement for that too. Obviously, Ivysaur down air, criminally underrated when we talk about just insane down airs. But Anthony fighting back, finding that dare himself on the stage, great placement on the F tilt. This is one of those things where like, oh, okay, Anthony's at 7, Vibe is at 150. If you know this is kind of even.
Oh,
he might die right here.
Yeah, this is actually, okay, it's actually really, really good. Was able to get access to the limit to help assist on that climb hazard recovery, but still, the damage is continuing to mount up. And this is scary because Charizard, that's a big boy right there. That's not just for show. That's a whole lot of thickness, and you have got to respect it because it takes a lot to get that KO, especially in this situation right now. A lot of rage on this Charizard as well. The back air still not going to be enough to close it out. UTA looking good from jump here and a potential 2-stock lead on the horizon.
Yeah, not only are they doing amazing, but Vibe being able to take that second stock, that's not just any stock. That's off of Anthony Is It Cool, who I would argue is maybe the best, if not second best player on the entire team. So Arlington being able to start off with this lead is incredible. And we still have a max range Charizard who can really kill Cloud in just 1 or 2 interactions if Anthony isn't careful. And it looks like we're seeing it now. Amazing attempt.
You need to calm down, brother. You need to calm down. I understand Anthony is cool, but we need to find out if Anthony is clutch, okay? Clutch under pressure, because he is definitely feeling it right now. Going to take a lot. At the very least, get it down to that final stock, man. Make a little bit of a run, but Vibe has just been such an oppressive force thus far. It really is asking a lot for Anthony right now. Oh, now I just do it. Vibe. Whip that ass. There it is.
Wow.
To start things off from Vibe. But Pokemon Trainer being like a built-in 3 characters, it just feels like you're fighting more than just obviously the 4 characters right there. And we've seen Vibe obviously very astute at how he wants to pilot this character. Seems to have a really good handle on how to survive the most with Charizard, get those low percent combos on Squirtle, and of course use Ivysaur kind of in that mid-range to secure some stocks as well. And then right out the gate, just striking 46, make it 60. Sai has yet to even be touched.
Yeah, and I love that even if he doesn't have the placement for the down air, even just those 2-frame neutral air attempts, they send you at a terrible angle, and a lot of characters end up just kind of getting clipped and losing their stock there. But speaking of getting clipped, we see the center platform coming into play really, really well here on Hollow Bastion. Not enough for Nad to get the stock, but definitely a huge message to send the Vibe.
All right, there we go.
Nice.
Oh, that was
nice.
Yes. That is exactly what you're looking for. A little bit of a rocky start, but cleans it up very efficiently. And all things considered, I mean, maybe if you stick with this Charizard, I was going to say could allow yourself to be combo, but it's not even going to matter. The back air cleans it up. So at worst, definitely keeping UTI's lead alive regardless.
Yeah, I mean, definitely a hard-fought battle right there. Even using the beefy up B to try to fight his way back to the stage, but that Charizard back air, I mean, it just kind of comes for all of us here.
Nasty.
But as I say it, Nad putting on way more pressure, about to get another ladder combo, wasn't able to hit the center platform, but Vibe taking a lot of damage and only about a minute off the clock.
Yeah, Vibe's doing, definitely taking some hard hits for sure. I do like to switch to Charizard right there. Surprised it wasn't a shield guy, maybe just trying to get Mario off stage again. Let's see. Forward tilt going to be enough for that. Might go full on committal. No, playing it a little bit safe with the lockdown right there on the right side. Nowhere to go except to the blast zone. And UTA sees their lead holding strong right now with an opportunity to maybe go a little bit further. Who knows? I mean, PT, a very capable trainer, and this Mario, not exactly the most answers right now.
Yeah, definitely struggling. Starting to shark a little bit, find these up airs from underneath Vibe, but actually securing the stock is really hard. Does catch that roll. Great awareness from Nad to be able to take that stock, but Vibe does give his team 5 stocks to start off the first round of the lower finals, so definitely looking good for the UT Arlington squad. Yeah, Peach Fuzz gonna have to be really careful here. Mario is such a great character to just really take advantage of how large Rob is and just combo him all over the place, especially on places like PS2 and SPF with those side platforms that can just lead to ladders off the top and fairs off the side. So Vibe gonna have to be really, really careful here.
Yeah, that is a very, very good point for sure. Don't want to make yourself combo food. I mean, really, that is something that could essentially kind of bring the match back into an opportunity for Oakland. Even if you get it down to just like kind of a one stock deficit. So if I'm Peach Fuzz, I'm trying to play this very tight, not allow anything to get too out of control. Best start already, though. Gyro actually being used against him. Oh my goodness, and the timing on that forward smash, immaculate. Stocks like that are what is going to be enough to bring Oakland back into this contest.
Yeah, now just a one stock deficit. Nad pretty low percents here, and getting out of those mid-percent ranges where like you can see the gyro side B combo. So this is still looking pretty solid for him. And I gotta say, Nad has devious intentions. The Z drop with the gyro, the F smash 2 frame. He's definitely got some devious plans here. Hopefully, we can see a response from Peach Fuzz.
I mean, that's what it's going to take, right, to kind of bring this all the way back. It's going to take a lot for sure. So anytime you see an opening like that, any kind of opportunity, just, you know what, full send. That is kind of my motto at this situation, especially when you're at this percent.
All right, Nat trying to force the issue with that fair. Doesn't find it, but does get a down tilt on the platform. That could be huge. Finding the up B, but Rob, quite a heavy character, just barely not gonna die from it, but nearly getting clipped again by that 2-frame. Oakland definitely trying to close this gap here.
Yeah, I definitely think Peach Fuzz is a little bit under duress, definitely feeling a little bit of the pressure. This could be a huge conversion, though. Let's see, is it gonna be enough? Yes, it will do it. Peach Fuzz able to get the up air off of grounding to Mario right there. So that was slick. I really feel like, though, if he didn't get the KO right there, Nad was going to take another stock. Like,
yeah.
Nad was taking advantage of the fact that Rob does have such good zoning tools. Yeah, you're going to need all that and then some to make sure Poison Jam doesn't go off too hard on you.
Yeah, you definitely got to rethink how you play this matchup. Obviously, Rob gets 1,000,001 things out of those falling neutral airs and falling aerials in general, but Electric Wind God Fist destroys you if it touches you. You see the first neutral air didn't get punished just yet, but to the trained eye, Peach Fuzz could have died right there, even at like 27. Oof. There it is, the first one. Oh, misses the first tech. That's huge for Peach Fuzz. That
really could just be a little bit of nerves, though, playing on the big stage. Sometimes, like, you know, those expectations are super high. So you make a few more errors than you customarily would. So kind of got to maybe put that behind him, because let me tell you, the team needs you. Every stock is so precious right now side when you're this far behind.
Oh, that's exactly what I'm talking about. You're not trading with him with your buttons. You're throwing out those projectiles. That was straight up just demon uppercut. That would have destroyed Peach Fuzz. Poison Jam still taking the stock, but having to deal with this berry, gets out of the scenario, almost gets back aired. Peach Fuzz got to be careful, because command grab, even if nothing else, can do a ton of damage before the stock is lost.
Really just not, kind of playing almost like with house money right now. Not really too much to lose at this point. Yeah, errors like that, you cannot allow stray hits. I do like the pressure that Poison Jam is putting on, though. Definitely somebody not afraid to get in there and scrap it. Really on the side of Peach Fuzz, he's not making it that difficult for him to get in there. Like, there are a lot of openings being presented. Poison Jam taking full advantage of that.
Yeah, definitely trying to pick his shots carefully. Up B out of shield, not going to do it for Poison Jam. Could have been a disaster for Peach Fuzz, but yeah, hopefully he can take one more stock here, because if he doesn't, we're going to be back tied up 6-6 after all the work that we started off with from the UT Arlington side.
Yeah, it'd be like that sometimes, man. You put in all that work and then just one matchup, things can kind of go awry, but edge guard, no, can't quite get the downer. Okay, I like that. Actually baited him to come off the ledge with an aggressive option. Great job getting him to press a button and getting the grab there. A little assist from the platform raised up, enough to get the stock. So, all right, if I'm Peach Fuzz, I'm thinking, okay, job partially done, but hey, there's always room for more.
Yeah, there's always room for more, especially if we can see a gyro to a neutral air in the corner here. Max range side B is incredibly strong. Wow, I mean, I was really ready to count Peach Fuzz out, but now put 87% on Poison Jam, still hanging on here, not down that F tilt, and doing a great job of making these recoveries back to the stage, using those gyros and lasers. But as I say it, up B out of shield is finally going to come through, and that's going to give Oakland the stock they need.
Just the raw up B, like, you know what? Full send it, why not? Good stuff, Poison Jam. All right, let's see what kind of game we get out of Skits. That one stock from Kazuya. Take its L.
I respect Skits too, even making sure he doesn't get any extra waft time right there. Yep. Really, really nice.
Good manners. We're in the South. I expect good manners.
for sure.
You know? All right, let's go. Let's see.
Oh my god. So even just in that first interaction, crossing up the shield with that neutral air, I think Poison Jam may have misinputted. Maybe the cross up has something to do with it, but Skits already kind of had his life flashing before his eyes in just the first interaction of the match. Nice down tilt though. This could be huge. Ooh.
Great follow through. Yeah, look at all that damage accumulated so quickly. Wario, I mean, yeah, Wario's a great character, very elusive, but he does have to work to stack up damage safely in this matchup. And obviously, you can tell Poison Jam very well aware of that. Just like that lead, that strong lead that UTA had built up is kind of falling by the wayside. Yeah,
we've got ourselves an even game here yet again. First EWGF doesn't lead to the Ferbs tech, but Poison Jam definitely playing on fire here. 106%, not too terrible for Kazi just because he's so heavy. Even like an F-tilt or a bear at this range won't be too much of a threat. It is getting a little bit worse here though, but let's see if Poison Jam can maybe at least burn that command grab before the stock is gone.
All right, goes for the dare, nobody home. Nice, okay, I like the patience right there, not electing to do anything haphazardly. Skits, smart stuff. Let's see, at 139, not gonna take too much to get rid of the stock. Let's see if we commit right now. Oh no, unable to connect the back. You got to make these edge guards count.
Yeah, that could have been huge. That's exactly what I was talking about. Like, he's at such a weird angle. He's super horizontal. Very easy for Wario to clean it up. But Skits just wasn't able to do it. And now Poison Jam really playing with house money here, especially with this max rage. And he's looking to let it rip. He's just throwing out these demon uppercuts. He doesn't care. He's trying to make something shake before the stock is gone. But Skits really locked in defensively and is keeping his composure.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's also keeping that waft too. Like, Skits is thinking, okay, yeah, that is going to be my kind of go-to. Like, yeah, you got your combination stations for sure. I can definitely take you for a ride as well.
Yeah, we've got max waft here.
That'll do it.
Oh, wow. Yeah, super nice. And it's kind of a DI check too. Like, you expect maybe Kazuya to finish it off with the up B, but the bear instead gonna force that bad DI, and that is just gonna be an easy stock for Kazuya here. We do still have full waft. Gotta be careful. Poison Jam.
Wow, whiffs. I don't think I've seen Skits whip a waft at all since I've seen him playing at this tournament. So that's a huge break for Poison Jam.
Yeah, and even the edge guarding not going the way of Skits yet again, a little bit too early on that down air timing. And now, honestly, with all this rage, especially if command grab gets on deck, this could be the stock for Skits. Barely gonna live. Excellent DI. Wario being very heavy, but it is officially anybody's game. 4 stocks to 4. Who's it gonna be? Looks like Skits.
My man Rob. Rob with the snake. Okay, don't get it twisted.
It took me a while to figure it out.
Yeah, right.
It took me a while, man.
That's a good guessing game. I like that.
It's one of those things you can't even Google them either. It's like, how do I fight? How do I find you on YouTube? Who do you play? It's annoying.
I have many questions. All right.
Back when I played fighters at Evo, somebody's in bracket tag was Goku versus Vegeta 1080p. I'm like, okay, I'll never know who you play. Thanks, bro.
What are we doing?
No research for me. Thanks.
Yeah, that's a little on the nose for sure, but let's go, baby. Rob, all up to him, solo dolo with the snake. I mean, if you can just get it down to a 3v3 on those stocks against Atomic, will be coming up next. That would be the ideal situation. But of course, Skits wants to do everything in his power to give his team the slightest of advantages with a stock lead. So we'll see. I mean, wow, very good Rob combinations at the moment. Definitely doing a good job hiding behind some of that heavy artillery, making Skits have to take a lot of damage if he wants to punish. But oh, there we go.
Yeah, this
is coming up.
Yeah, a lot of momentum going his way. Using the grenade in the back throw to extend for that combo was very smart by Skits. I mean, things were going so well for Rob, hadn't been touched, and Skits found some really huge openings. God. And as I say it, blows himself up. Hey, we've all been there. It's okay. I do it too. We've been there.
Take it from me. Sometimes you're your own worst enemy.
Yes.
It'd be like that right there.
Your inner saboteur.
Oh my goodness.
Came out right there.
That is just so unfortunate. Okay, up tilt. That'll be enough. Yeah. Going for a grab. Nobody home, but good awareness. Didn't panic either from Rob. Gets the up tilt.
Let's see what Arlington has to offer with a 1-stock lead here.
All right, I'm very eager to see how this is going to go. Obviously, you didn't get a chance to see it yesterday. Atomic, this guy, bully of the block, man. 9 stocks, didn't even think twice about it. So this time, all he has to do is take out 2 with a stock lead. Yeah, it is going to be a tough ask for Rob to get it done, but not an impossible one, especially with a great character like Snake.
Yeah, and starting off on this match, you can tell both players really confident to kind of just take this slow. There's so much riding on who's going to get this first win.
Yep.
I mean, Rob the Snake has great options to rack up damage with just throwing those grenades out, maybe leaving those C4s in the middle of the stage to kind of just force Atomic to kind of slow down. But yeah, so far so good. 47%, not too much chip damage on the opposite. Doing a great job of staying away from those big Rob combo starters too.
That's what it's going to really take. Again, a lot of patience here going to be the key for Rob. His Snake definitely does have the artillery to get the job done, but again, got to complement that with the right amount of patience. And you're afforded that luxury in a crew battle, right? There's never a rush, no really worry of a timeout, anything of that nature. So got time to work with for sure. Just will you take advantage of it?
Sure do. Shout outs to JJ. Got all day to figure this out here. Right now, it looks like Atomic starting to come out a little bit more ahead, sneaking in those lasers, really getting some damage going with those gyros, and doing a great job of responding to the way Rob, the Snake, wants to get at a disadvantage with those aerials, too.
Kind of let Snake back for free right there. There was like kind of no attempt at kind of pressure when he was coming back on the left side. So getting away with a free recovery there pretty much. Let's see if Atomic can make up for that, though. The up air is going to do it for sure. And now Rob, final stock against Rob. Oh, man, that's going to get old quick. I know, guys. I'm sorry.
It's literally, it's a challenge. Feels like we have like a little bonus challenge in this match here. But yeah, I mean, we've seen Gyro do a million things. I can't believe Gyro clanked with up tilt and allowed Atomic to steal that stock. I mean, that easily would have been the stock for most of the other characters in the cast here. Atomic gonna get stage spiked by grenade. I have never seen that.
Every now and then you need a goofy stock to get you back in it. That's actually really good for Rob Snake here. Let's see. Playing at a deficit, not in an insurmountable one.
Yeah, Atomic. So this is the other thing, too. Atomic is up this stock, so even when those combos don't fully come to fruition and they end up trading with Grenade, that damage is way worse for Snake right now than it is for Rob. Yep. So Atomic getting a little bit more aggressive with these spares and these down tilts here.
Yeah, Atomic knows like any kind of trade we're taking at the end of the day. Yeah, it's hurting you a lot more than me because I do have that additional stock to work with. But I mean, all things considered, I mean 107. This is not exactly a comfortable position for Rob to be in. So Atomic got to take advantage of this position right now to try and get some additional damage for sure. I don't think 84, 90. That's going to be enough to kind of put this Snake in the grave just yet.
Yeah, excellent recovery, too. Just landing right on the edge of the stage, throwing Atomic off his game there. I mean, there's a lot of huge punishes he can find, especially with like back air and side B if he gets it. But Atomic driving to the other side of the world, recalculating.
My goodness.
Not going to deal with that Nikita. I totally understand.
Nice. Great patience, just maneuvering around all that Nikita pressure, man. That is not easy, but I mean, when you're Rob, you are afforded a very generous recovery, so you got to take full advantage of it. Atomic doing just that. The anchor of the team coming through in a major way, looking to maybe end it in the skies right now, Sai.
And I think Atomic is really, really locked on to when Rob wants to air dodge, when Rob wants to fight his way back down. And as I say it, he finds the side B and is able to clean it up. 2 stocks to zip for this first round.
Definitely, this is the place to be for some good action, some good smash action. And to nobody's surprise, Sai, obviously, we're going to go ahead and we're going to let Vibe do his thing. Obviously, that great start earlier, why not give him a chance to kind of repeat it? On the other hand, though, Rob not going to be trying to anchor right now. He's going to be opening up with his Snake, hoping to not have his team facing a deficit at the start.
Yeah, and this is an interesting gamble that I'm in favor of sending your anchor in first after the first round. It really throws off the other team, but Ivysaur really good at dealing with Snake. Vine Whip is a massive problem. So is down air when it comes to this recovery. So Rob's going to have to be extra careful here. Yeah, that down air was clean.
The double two, and we know we're making it back because we got options, bro. Put the plants away and bring out the wings. Okay.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
Amazing start for Vibe yet again. It's not only Vibe is doing amazing, he's starting against the strongest players on the Oakland team and still consistently giving them a lead here. So, yeah, definitely playing out of his mind right now. 104, definitely a problem, especially with Nikita. Ivysaur has to really pick his shots careful to make it back here, but amazing start either way for Arlington, yet again.
100%. I love like just the oh, okay, that was a good hit from Nikita, actually lowering down, even hanging on there with the vines, not enough to avoid that. So really strong start right there from Vibe, but credits to Rob kind of erasing that deficit pretty quickly. Still giving himself a huge opportunity to maybe win this thing. Gotta keep in mind that heavy weight of Snake will help you out in all those tricky situations, especially when that Zard starts coming out.
Yes. Oh, yeah. We didn't even get to see the Charizard on the first stock here.
Other than a recovery, not yet.
Back air shreds Snake. He does not have enough air drift to even navigate around it, so that could be a huge problem. But, yeah, Vibe playing amazing. Great defense. Even opting to use the Pokemon Trainer switch out of some, like, high-stress scenarios with, like, dash attack and grenade. Just really keeping Rob on his toes here. But percent starting to even up. That Nair could have been massive. Either way, about even here. Very curious to see who's going to give us our first lead here in this round 2.
Ooh,
nice.
Excellent call out there, just running back to hit that forward smash. That was a beauty. Sometimes it's all about the predictions, and no prediction needed right there. Just Lock target on acquired. Nikita keeping us even.
Ooh, a lot of damage right there. Kind of just jumped into a bunch of grenades and C4s. Wasn't really sure what he was going to do there, but either way, still firing back well and getting that grenade out of his hand at the end of the combo. Super smart stuff. Literally 1% apart. This could go either way, but the Vine Whip, not going to kill, but definitely got Rob strapped.
I had a lot of questions if that actually got the KO. I'm like, hold on now, that is way too low, especially for a big boy like Snake, but 110 is percentage, only continuing to climb right now, trying to find some ground to land, able to get back just fine. Okay, would be huge. We've yet to see Rob take the stock first, but this would be tremendous for his team. Down an entire game, they need this one.
Yeah, he really needs this, again, especially as the team's anchor just one game ago. All right, the F-throw not going to do it, but going to put him in a rough position here. Vine Whip, up air, all these things so great at killing Snake. Vibe just needs to close it out. Let's see if he can do it. Oh, God.
I love the grabs here. I mean, you're just kind of rinsing and repeating. And be mindful of that C4 right there, too. Yep. Oh, is that enough? It is, yeah. At some point, you kind of knew, yeah, something's got to give for sure. And then not even giving him a chance to kind of react, just the immediate, like, okay, I'm sending you all the way back. Love that. Don't let the nerves settle. Don't let them fester around. Just get right into the squabble.
Yeah, no time wasted. No speeches. No mom spaghetti moment in the mirror. Just get right into it. I love it.
All right, so 2 stocks going to be going right now from Vibe. Let's see if our man at Nad can use that to his advantage.
Yeah, and you can tell Vibe's done a ton of crew battles. Even optimizes the way to die to make sure he starts with the Pokemon he wants to start with.
That's a homie right there.
That is a seasoned player.
Yeah, again, I mean, what did it say? They've been, duking it out for like a year to kind of get to this point, this grand finale, if you will, for these collegiate programs. So hopefully plenty of practices going into this.
Now, once again, we're back on Hollow Bastion. I think Mario is fantastic on this stage, so Vibe got to be careful. I think Ivysaur does great work with the center platform as well, but no platform needed as we see yet another Vine Whip. Oh. And Nad goes for a bad up B and unfortunately cannot drift into the stage. That's
I get the idea behind this, like, let me be a little preemptive just to avoid the chance of getting edge guarded, but the problem is you did it a little too soon. That's what sometimes, we call it a panic option, and that was definitely one right there. And it does afford an opportunity, a huge one actually for Vibe, to really maybe get a little crazy right now. Nad gotta tighten it up.
Yeah, I mean, we saw Nad get a massive opening with that falling aerial, but not enough to secure the stock yet again. And this is kind of where we saw Nad struggle last time. Great damage, but struggling to kill.
Yes.
Had to go for like a big roll read last time to seal it out.
All right, Nad, squad definitely needs you right now. Gotta find a way to get, okay. You know what? We'll take it.
The pressure. Yeah.
Again, exhaustive waft. Even those couple of seconds, they still matter, man. I respect that.
Oh, yeah.
All right, here we go. Small battlefield, the destination. 1 stock separating these 2 teams right now. Oakland on the come up to get the comeback. A much needed, just kind of godlike performance from Nad needed on this one for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Going to need to see a lot of patience from Skits here. Definitely, every Wario player is obviously pretty patient anyway. You see players like Loaf, you see Skits, you see all these other, Gluto. They're very, very good about kind of controlling the pace of the match, and that's what we're going to need to see here. Great up-tilt catch right there for Skits. Huge payoff of that damage. 94% and rising.
Huge.
Yeah.
Wasn't actually sure for a minute if he had saved his jump, so fortunate for him there. Oh, that's a huge back air, though. Let's see if we can get a little disruptive. Oh, that's good deception on his part, too. You send out the bike, so he kind of forgets for a second, like, oh, yeah, I do need to get off of this ledge.
Honestly, I got hit there, too. I expected, like, some extended hitbox shenanigans with the bike, but, yeah, 129, you have very little edge invincibility to play with right there, so super smart stuff from Skits. Not enough to close the stock out, but still playing fantastic.
Yeah, that he is. Let's see. Fireballs there, trying to interrupt the recovery or edge guarding attempt. Do just that. Just going to go ahead and refocus, retake center. Oh, what a charge up on that up smash. Nad, I see you, my boy.
Yeah, that was an amazing call out right there. Both players at high percent. You know someone wants to panic. Those charge smash attacks, they humble you so quickly. All right, big combo opportunity here for Nad. Great use of the stage again, and this could be a disaster. DI to the center, very smart from Skits, and even smarter to get out of disadvantage of that up air and clean up the stock deficit.
Ooh, okay. The fair there. Let's see. Okay, I like the charge attempt. Not quite there. Now, this is where it's scary for sure, because you got the lead right now, but at any given moment, we know. I'm not trying to curse anybody.
There it is.
That's a lot of damage, yep.
Yeah, half waft, just barely not enough. But like you said, genuinely 4 or 5 seconds prior, if he hadn't exhausted the waft, that could have killed.
Oh,
Wow,
bro, the patience to wait for that air dodge, good stuff. Love the pressure that Skits just kind of delivered in those waning moments, and then knew air dodge is probably coming here. A fresh forward tilt's going to be enough. Right now, they need a big-time performance out of him against a very game and capable Skits. Faking him out a little bit. All right, here we go.
I just didn't expect to see Wario just drive off like that. Kind of threw me off there. All right, so into this next round here. Again, crossing up Kazuya's shield with those neutral layers, making it really hard for Poison Jam to figure out what the out-of-shield option should be. And even when he's attempted to up the out-of-shield, hasn't always gone his way. So he's definitely got to adapt a little bit to how tricky it is to deal with Wario's aerials.
1000% agree with you.
Great command grab right there in the corner.
You got to get back on stage 2 without taking too much damage as well. That's one thing that Skits is super solid at. He will tax you for just coming back to the stage. He is a terrifying guy to deal with, as you can see. Like, just locking down the right side of the stage at the moment. Back here, not going to connect. Got a little greedy with that. Kind of creating a tad bit of an open, and love the B reversal to get that bike, however.
Oh,
and
God.
they'll take it. Yes, they will. Yes, they will. Both of them going to drop those stocks right there. A little DBZ moment.
Yeah, certified DBZ moment. Maybe the first one we've seen all weekend, but both of them dying right there. It's one of those things where you're like, well, can't really be mad about it.
Right.
So, Skits firing back, getting huge damage off that bike, and yet again, keeping Poison Jam trapped in the corner, trying to track him with those F-tilts, but Poison Jam fighting his way back. We need to see him get off that platform, though, because that is a huge no-no zone for Wario, especially with moves like Bite and those falling up airs. Ooh, will the bike mess it up? No, he finds the confirm he needs.
Yep. Good, just barely. Oh, that might. Okay, that was super scary. Wario, second chance at life. Can he make any kind of opening here? Maybe try and let that waft rip. Let's see. Call out. Nope, not going to do it. Trying to play it super safe.
Yeah, I like the positioning. Trying to bait Poison Jam and rolling into that platform to see if a down B can just give you one more stock as a parting gift here. I like that. Falling Nair into the dash attack. Skit's still playing phenomenal. Poison Jam does have Rage Command Grab, but it's not needed. The up B is going to do it, and he almost died again. That would have been awful.
Keep the advantage on the side of UTA. Will not be easy, though.
Yeah, and this is a matchup where Snake has a lot of great options. One, for edge guarding Kazuya, Nikita is a huge factor. Like, it forces Kazuya to have to laser the Nikita and hope that he hits it just to be able to make it back. And all the projectiles can make it really, really tough, especially Grenade, for Kazuya to get those big strings going. So, Poison Jam really going to have to be careful here. Oh, what a shield break is starting us off.
You can't just rely on that shield forever, my guy. Gotta definitely mix it up. Very creative option there on the part of Poison Jam. I did like that.
He said, sit down, bro.
Yeah, seriously.
That was insane.
Okay, like the dares. 100% good usage.
I like the crouch. I can't believe it went under the EWGF. I'm shocked by it. I've seen that move just commit all kinds of war crimes, but it looks like Kyle has somewhat of an answer against Kazuya's biggest neutral tool, so that's pretty huge.
Absolutely. Let's see, Nikita took a minute to get it out there. Oh my goodness, what a shot. That was crazy. I actually like that a lot from Kyle too. Didn't immediately send it as well. Maybe it was like, okay, let me let you get in a little bit more position where I'm comfortable that this will in fact connect. So getting Poison Jam down to that final stock, humongous for Kyle right off the rip.
Yeah, oh man, he's looking to reflect those grenades. If you've never seen Kazuya Reflector, you will only ask yourself, why? Why does it do that?
Why was he given this tool? Yeah.
For what? For what reason? But as I say, the down smash gonna clean up that stock. Easy money for Poison Jam. Massive, massive payoff for the Oakland team. And now 4 stocks to 4 stocks yet again. And Kazuya's still looking really healthy. That is rough if you're a Kyle fan.
Yeah, this is crazy actually. Like that stock, I mean, if you blinked, you missed it type beat for sure. So that is huge to say the least. Poison Jam looking to really solidify the fact that yes, we are Oakland and we are still very much so in this contest. Kyle, final stock right now, anybody's game. Your guess is as good as mine right now. If I'm Kyle though, I'm trying to slow it down just a little bit. I want to get too overzealous and allow a lot of free damage from Kazuya, which he does so well.
Yes, just barely being able to drift out of what could have been the rest of that combo. Poison Jam now has that command grab on deck and already trying to throw it out and force the issue. It does so much damage, and even a character as heavy as Snake could go down in just about 20-ish more % here. This is definitely going to be a nail biter here. Poison Jam slowing it down, sneaking those lasers in, trying to make Kyle blow himself up with those grenades and respecting the C4. This is officially a nail biter in losers finals round 2.
This is the kind of moments right here where you can definitely be the difference between going 2-0 or at least taking it to a game 3.
Okay, trying to force it with the up B out of shield. Nobody home. Kyle, once again, setting it for Nikita, and I love him waiting, going, I know you're going to laser at some point. I'm just going to let you do it before I pull the trigger on this. Very, very good presence of mind there. C4 timer's getting low. Kyle's got to be careful to either detonate it or get out of the way. We're just a couple seconds away, but the Hell Sweep going to give Poison Jam that entire game, and now Oakland up a stock for the first time against Arlington we've seen this series. 4 stocks, 2-3 Atomic. Confident that he can take this 1 stock off Poison Jam, but Anthony Isn't Cool will be their anchor, and he's coming into a much better matchup than we saw with PT. So definitely going to be a hard day for Arlington. But let's see if Atomic can end it all here and just call it a day.
Yeah, I'm sure they would like to just kind of get out of here with the 2-0, but obviously Oakland, other things on their mind for sure. So ain't necessarily about what you want, but it is about what you can create for sure, and creating a lot of opportunity for some damage right there. That is 63% unanswered, as Atomic showing off the spacing and the patience as well. Look at this side. Oh my goodness. 0 to death. Maybe exit stage left. Oh my goodness. All the way to the abyss. Atomic says, nah, bruh, I ain't got time for it. Not today.
Atomic got plans. Atomic got places to be. I get it. Yeah, so 3 stocks apiece, fully just running your friend. A fair one right here. Could go either way. Great start so far with the back hit of that up tilt that leads to so much. And I've seen, we've seen 1,000 matches between like Spargo and Samba. We've seen this match go either way. It's so volatile. But right now, definitely looks like Anthony Isn't Cool. Definitely starting off with a pretty solid lead.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, at the very least, he's doing better than his boy in the last one. He has hit him, all right? That's half the battle right there. So, I do like what I'm seeing out of Anthony right off rip. See if Atomic can kind of settle in a little bit. Oh, tried to finish and touch. Okay, trying to make a big statement on the big stage. I'm not mad at you, Anthony. Those are the plays you got to do sometimes.
Honestly, I respect it. I mean, Rob is super heavy. Side B wouldn't kill for a while. Go for it. I like it.
Yeah.
I also didn't know that hit under the platform, so definitely taking some notes for myself.
You can actually elevate up a little bit, right? So it's a little deceptive, but yeah, you can definitely get that hit for sure.
Nice. Z-drop gyro leading to a fair and up air. Amazing stream from Anthony right here. Atomic trying to fight his way down. Finally finds it with the up air, or the neutral air, and the up air. Of course, taking the stock. That move is so hard to DI, and unfortunately, Anthony was a victim in that scenario.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy how powerful that is, but love the timing from Anthony to get that dash attack, not letting all that damage he accumulated early go to waste, and allow Atomic any kind of opportunity to really kind of ride the wave there.
Yeah, big punish from Atomic. I think the gyro extended to so much extra damage. We do have the limit on break. Atomic ends up catching the blade beam, but it's the only thing that's really hit him, so not really too stressed out yet. Again, this is another matchup where Cloud can really struggle off stage. Rob is incredible at edge guarding, so Anthony doing a great job of holding down center stage and staying away from that scenario, but this definitely could fall out of his hands if he's not very, very careful.
Oh my God, bro, he just swung through the laser. This is actually humongous. Like, this is a really good opportunity. Atomic, though, I see it on his face, though. Definitely maybe a tad bit concerned, but not discouraged at all. Doesn't get up too harshly. A lot of times those Clouds are not going to want to let the limit run out, so they will just kind of toss it out or throw any kind of big hit.
I gotta say, Anthony is just out for blood, trying to finish it off with the forward air spikes, trying to get the limit finishing touches here, really going for these huge plays. That F smash was an amazing call out. I've never really seen that used as an anti-air like that. Still, could go either way. Light percent lead here, but Rob is no stranger to racking up damage. So 1 stock is going to determine where we're going to go from here, if we're going to see Arlington against Fisher, or if Oakland is going for the run back and trying to stamp it themselves.
Oh, okay, I like the combinations. A lot of patience right now. Oh, the gyro with the assist. Got to give it up. Let's see. If he can exhaust this limit, that would be tremendous. See, grab. Yep, that's the smart play. 100%. Get him to a situation. Try to put him in disadvantage. Is he going to land haphazardly? No, the dash attack coming through. Oh, I think it just wore out before that got in there.
Yeah, he definitely wanted that blade beam, especially extending it on the gyro. That would have covered all kinds of recovery options, but just a couple seconds too late on it. Finding his way back here, though, but getting back on stage against Rob is so challenging. Does not get punished with an up smash out of shield right there. That could have been the game for Atomic. Anthony trying to end it all, and he does it with the up smash, and we have ourselves a game 3.
I like this mix-up a lot from the Oakland squad. We have yet to see Avian, but they're like, you know what? If we do get the game number 3, we might have a little bit of a trump card to keep you guys guessing. Well, let's see if this Min is enough to kind of throw UTA for a loop in the opening bout.
Yeah, and obviously Min stocks are high. We just saw Doramiki take Level Up Expo just last week, right?
Yep.
So Min definitely on the come up. I would not have bet on Doramiki in that bracket just because it was so stacked, but very, very underrated character, I think, in this meta. You don't see a lot of them, but when they do show up, they definitely show out.
Min can definitely do some things for sure. We will see. Now, Avian, too, a little bit, I mean, you know, not coming in with the hot hand, the only one who hasn't played yet in the first 2 games for sure, but I mean, maybe staying warmed up on the side. Looking pretty good. I mean, it's a very even contest at the moment, so nobody pulling too far ahead. A lot of good control as well coming out.
Yeah, I feel like we're seeing a lot of Avian trying to meet Atomic in the air with air-to-air scenarios, throwing those like jump or double jump height rams.
Yeah.
But I feel like Avian would benefit more from just staying on the ground. Like, instead of trying to catch Rob where he is, just make it so he can't land safely instead.
Feel that. Min's so interesting to me sometimes because I've seen it so many times. Like, this character, if you don't have your opponent in disadvantage, sometimes you'll just elect to kind of back up, give them a little bit of stage control too. But really, in situations like this, yes, this is where you go. This is where you press, and you see the result of that. Atomic dropping that first stock. Avian making an impact on their debut here in the lower finals.
Yeah, and that's a huge win right there. You really don't see Rob get challenged that hard when recovering back to the stage, but my God, Megawatt can definitely secure the stock for you. So great work from Avian. I think Avian has control of gyro. No, looks like Atomic had it. But yeah, that's a good sign if you're on the Oakland team, because Atomic, of course, has something to prove. Is a slight bit down, or was for a moment there. So a lot riding on this first round for Arlington right here.
Ooh, oh my goodness. Yeah, you have those long arms, but let me tell you something, that reach is limited. I like that full commitment from Atomic, snatching this game very much so back in the favor of UTA. You gotta imagine Atomic not gonna settle for anything less than probably a 2 stock here, trying to set the tone absolutely the best way possible for the squad. So I'm imagining this is gonna be a full-on Rob onslaught attack.
Yeah, that Gimp was massive, and we're already seeing the game be decided again, just with the rotor arm.
Sheesh, that was slick. In that final bout to get it to this situation is definitely going to be your choice, especially when Atomic does have to drop a stock.
Yes, gonna be up that 1 extra stock, and that could be such a difference maker. We did see Atomic really, really lock in on those Gimps and that edge guarding right there. So Anthony definitely can't be too comfortable. Any offstage scenario after like 40-50 could be a disaster. But let's see if Anthony can once again take the dub over Atomic like we just saw.
Yeah, he was sensational, very clutch when they needed it for sure. Would definitely love to see him shave off a couple of stocks while keeping his intact.
All right, definitely playing it a little bit slower, allowing Anthony to kind of go for those fares out of shield. They lead to a lot, but they are a smidge committal for Cloud, so Atomic doing a great job of just weaving in and out, kind of just rolling away. Naring on a Cloud shield, a little bit risky just because up B out of shield is so fantastic, or up smash if he finds a parry, so Atomic definitely got to be cautious.
Yeah. Don't want to get too telegraphed. That's the worst thing you can do, especially against a very capable Rob like Atomic. A lot of these up Bs, though, out of shield have been working really well for Anthony.
Oh, wow, that down air was active for 40 years. Extending on the gyro, really smart stuff. I like the attempt to just kind of like wait out the limit, go on the other side of the stage from Atomic, but still, Anthony tracking really well. I mean, back here in the corner, my God, we've seen Spargo hit 1,000 of them.
Yep.
There's not a lot you can really do about it.
Not at all. Great placement, a lot from Anthony, too, man. Again, these up Bs from him, he definitely does not use them too sparingly. When the opportunity presents itself, he is letting that thing fly. Big time fair as well. I like that. You don't always have to pick defensive options. Oh, but got a little aggressive. That's what won him that game in the previous set. Oh, it's going to win him that stock as well. And you see Atomic popping up a little bit like, man, I don't know how I let that one get to me, but just something about the way Anthony's operating just seems to have him a little bit in a tizzy at some point.
I mean, 7-frame up smash, massive hitbox, pretty safe on shield, all things considered. Great option for sure. Rob loves to kind of dance around the top of your shield and like make you stressed out. So great presence of mind from Anthony right here. Limit nearly on deck, but we are seeing the down tilt to the gyro. This is going to lead to so much free damage here, and Anthony's going to have to do something to control the pace and stop the bleeding.
Oh, gyro actually interrupting the waving. Okay.
Nice.
Oh, yeah, that's gonna do it. Yeah, wow. A little shaky on that DI, maybe. I don't know about that one, Chief, but nonetheless, this actually creates a really real possibility that Atomic can bulldoze through all 3 of Anthony's stocks if he does not step it up.
Yeah, definitely huge win right there for Arlington here. Still have a pretty solid amount of stocks taken off of Atomic with 5, so he's definitely done his job as either the anchor or the opener. And even if Atomic does go down, they're able to send in Vibe against Anthony's Cloud, so this could be huge. But we might not need it after all if Atomic can find 1 or 2 more openings here with all this rage.
Yeah, I like the grab there, not making your approach and decision too telegraphed. Yeah, this is smart for it too. Yep, got plenty of gas trying to, yep. He was just trying to wait out that limit. Oh, not able to connect the. Ooh, my goodness, missing that dash attack was kind of OD.
Yeah, Anthony just barely hanging on here. It's insane that Atomic has like the percent deficit, but I feel like the way he's playing right now, Anthony's definitely the one on notice. Fair interrupting that dash attack was a massive gamble, and
he's dead.
The side B does it. That's huge for UTA. Anthony is taking, or excuse me, Atomic is taking 6 stocks, and Oakland is down an entire anchor. This is a rough round 3.
His team is probably looking at him like, you couldn't have done that last game? Like,
right. We could have been out of here, man.
It's kind of a gamble that you have to take if you're Oakland, right?
Yeah.
You can't just afford to be like a feeder for 2 more stocks for somebody else.
Yeah, you can't burn through Rob's snake either. So I totally understand here. I will say, shout out to Atomic. You gotta go. You gotta go. I will say, shout out to Poison Jam for always picking a Tekken song. There are no bad Tekken soundtracks. I even recently just went back and listened to Tekken 1, the first soundtrack, and it's still all bangers. So, yeah, nothing but heaters on the music here for us, thanks to Poison Jam. But that aside, Atomic heating up already 40% and rising. Poison Jam struggling to even find this first opening.
I don't want to have deja vu here. I do not want to have deja vu here.
Okay.
He hit him. All right, everybody can breathe a sigh of relief. All right, he can in fact do some damage if called upon.
Yes, I like the attempt. Realizing that Atomic was going in, tries to still find the down smash, but nobody home for it. And now another big punish, burning the air dodge, but Atomic very, very patient. And yet another down air is going to seal them a stock.
Dude, Atomic's awareness is just crazy. Like, when this guy is locked in, all I can really say to the other opposition is good luck. No, they went home for that one. That's going to be a huge whiff. Ooh, that shield trying to hang tough.
And this is what I hate to see for Poison Jam. We've seen him in these high-stakes scenarios where he just kind of goes, all right, I'm not sure how I'm going to get the kill. I'm just going to throw out these big kill moves. But a player like Atomic, he's going to smell that blood in the water from a mile away and really capitalize on those big whiffs. Yeah,
desperation in a situation like this against Atomic, that could be your worst enemy for sure. Oh, my Lord.
Ooh.
Oh, my Lord.
Oh.
Sai, don't tell me. Don't tell me, Sai.
It's looking grim, man. Wow. The last. What won't side B do? What would Jesus do? No, what would side B do? WWSBD. That's what we got to say right now.
Brother, this is insane right now, bro. Good Lord. Atomic, last name Bomb, is detonating all over this team side. Good grief.
Just nuking the entire Oakland squad. Anchors, openers, I don't care. Arlington in 3. This is looking insane. Yet another risky recovery there. And Atomic with all this rage is going to be so easy to kill us with their side B. But Poison Jam fighting back, but what a deficit. 4 stocks to 9.
Good grief, bro.
All right, so 9 stocks to 4 here. Peach so good at just blendering a stock, and we've seen her do amazing work in crew battles, really across all Smash games, I'd say, at this point. Okay, yeah.
Okay, so this is Memphis. He lost his jersey, so that's why he's using it here. Okay, what kind of deception is that, man?
I literally was thrown. I'm looking at the roster. I'm like, who?
Yeah, because we were talking about the Peach player, Memphis, earlier.
Yes.
What the heck is going on here?
Ooh.
All right.
Well,
all right.
Poison Jam doesn't want to talk about him for very long because that quick stock was massive for them, and the side B leading to a ton. Finally, Poison Jam hitting the first tech, and another up B not going to land, but a massive amount of momentum, and Oakland really cannot afford any mistakes with this deficit.
Yeah, they need Poison Jam to play like absolutely just perfect out of his mind.
Yes.
They're going to go ahead and maybe just kind of throw in a player just open that, okay, yeah, get some screen shine, bro. We're up so far ahead, it doesn't really even matter. Nah, bro, you got to go ahead and make sure you take full advantage of that. But you can see there, that is not the case for Memphis. Just saying, hey, man, I just needed a break. I haven't played yet today. I just needed a break. I just needed a breath. Give me a second. Give me a stock to evolve and get myself situated, and that's exactly what I can do. Great stuff from Memphis, and that is going to put Oakland to their final member. if we can extend this series a little bit longer, or does it end right now? Stock advantage, though, on the side of Rob. So he does have that going for him right now, but let's see. To your point, Sai, yeah, it's a little frustrating, too, when you're doing your best. Preserve stocks have to make a comeback, and that self-damage that Snake does do to himself if he gets caught up in his own artillery, it's a little rough, and he's already at 55%. I can't even finish that sentence.
Right. Didn't eat the full Peach combo, but it still feels the same on the screen here. 55 and potentially rising. Rob has to be so careful, even just being too close to his own grenade or C4. We saw him taking stock out of himself, C4ing himself in the previous round, so got to be careful.
Yep.
Great rising neutral air, though, to stop Memphis from kind of just floating midair.
Ooh, okay. Exchanging a little bit right there. Oh, no, not able to hit the C4.
I like that. Drifting away from that up air, really smart from Memphis. Sneaking in that forward air, I mean, that move it just does everything for Peach. I got to be real with you.
All right, patience the key right now for Memphis. Pretty sturdy lead. I mean, you get the stock off here, you know, kind of sub 80. That is not a bad position to be in at all. I think Memphis very well aware of that, paying a lot of respects to the grenade, playing around it as efficiently as he can. Oh,
nice.
That back air gonna do it, sneaking in there quick, fast, and efficiently at that side.
Yeah, very well placed. It is very hard to punish a Snake down tilt. It's so fast in his hurt box. He goes in like Kirby mode for a little bit there when he does that, and has a huge anti-air range, so amazing presence of mind from Memphis. 2 stocks left for the Oakland team, and Memphis, honestly, if we see a recovery, could take yet another off Rob if he's not very, very careful.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, okay, just kind of find himself descending into the up tilt. Tough position to be in there for sure, but one that I'm sure Rob very happy to get that stock off.
Yeah, I mean, that up tilt is definitely going to be a big difference maker here. Let's be real, it isn't every Snake matchup, but Peach loves to kind of pressure you with those dares, sneak in those like float cancel bears and neutral airs as well. Up tilt kind of stops all that, but there's still such a massive deficit here. 76%. Peach with turnip in hand can do really anything. I mean, we've all seen the combos on Twitter at this point.
Oh, absolutely. Devastating to say the least. Okay, trapped on the platform a little bit. Love that forward air drop down. That was actually disgusting.
Oh,
no.
Okay, got it, okay.
All right, that's fortunate for sure. If you thought that stock might have been going by the wayside. Oh, I thought the up smash came out to bait the roll, actually, so not pulling the trigger on trying to find the up tilt. A little unfortunate.
Yeah, and honestly, maybe even for... Oh, amazing C4 placement, by the way, from Rob right there. The funny thing is, you said, yo, if we send Vibe, if you don't start with Vibe, you're throwing. And I agreed. And then Atomic was like, don't forget about me.
Yeah, right. Atomic was like, hold on now.
I can do it too.
I got something for you as well. All right, so Vibe looking to lock up the victory right now. Not even have to see the final member of this squad. And this PT has proven on more than one occasion, very capable of doing just that, solidifying some victories. Great parry to keep the extension going with Squirtle. Low percent demon, as it were. And no platforms either right now, so it's going to be maybe like some alleviation of some of this pressure, not necessarily going to be there for Snake when he's kind of chucked up in the air. Yeah,
I fully agree. I think this is a fantastic counter pick. A lot of Snake's mileage comes from just having a C4 on one of those platforms and just stressing you out with it. But as I said, Rob doing a great job of racking up some damage here and getting the 2-frame with that down smash. Underutilized move from Snake, but still definitely getting the job done here.
All right, well, now just going to go ahead and fight with the Charizard. Yeah, we know what Charizard does against Snake. It definitely kind of bully this character, especially on the recovery. Okay, no one home for that fair attempt. All right. You could definitely tell Rob is just fighting for everything, right? It's like, it is all up to me. I am bringing my absolute A game and just playing with a lot of confidence and great execution. I don't know what I'm seeing out of Vibe. I mean, this is not the clutch player I saw in those previous 2 rounds.
Yeah, maybe the pressure's getting to him. I like the attempt, though, with sneaking in those F-tilts. Oh, up B for nobody. Maybe the nerves are coming into place, or maybe it was a bait. Maybe I'm wrong. I didn't see that coming.
You never know, right?
You never know.
All right, final stock right now. Rob, what do you have? Okay, good evasion, actually, to bring out the Ivysaur, too. Clean decision-making coming out from Vibe.
All right, I like the pressure. Going for max range on those Razor Leaves, making it really tough for Snake to get anything going as far as like how he's going to land on the ground. Back throw, trying to go for the Nikita. Vibe is on a really good job of avoiding it, either going for those double up Bs, hitting him with Razor Leaf, has a lot of great options, and Rob has yet to really lock in, minus I think once his entire set, and actually get a Nikita kill against this Ivysaur. And it continues.
I mean, get the stock off right here. Okay, almost does it with the back air. It's really not that bad of a situation to be in.
Yeah, max raise Charizard right here. Those mid percents, we can see neutral air into those tech chase side Bs. We can see, well, not going to see the thing from Squirtle, I know that much. He's going down at 185, one stock to 4. Can Rob actually close this out and bring us to our final character?
I mean, if that Rob is actually able to do that, that is a bad look for UTI, because I feel like this needs to be a statement game. Like, we're heading in against Fisher, dominating our way on that path through the lower bracket, okay? Such a huge lead that Atomic gave them. They need to close this out. We do not need to see another member. I mean, you could tell my man Rob is just like, nah, bro, I got other things on my mind. He has been playing so tight, so aggressive.
Ooh! Oh my God. Rob truly putting the Oakland team on his back here. Doing fantastic at least evening the score here a little bit. Not gonna be anybody home for that back air though. Back throw might just do it. No, Rob still fighting for his tournament life here and for the pride of all of Oakland. Vibe just one decision away, but this Nikita could be a massive problem if he can't get back to the stage. Back air.
I actually love the fact he didn't panic off of that. That's actually tremendous.
Yo!
What?
Vibe! You're not a Vibe, bro. That's not a Vibe, bro.
That was dumb.
Now, okay. Waste his time 2025.
I'm rooting for Oakland. I'm rooting for Oakland.
You know what? Me too.
Let's go, Rob. Make the miracle happen. Yeah,
You know,
but it's so distorted. Like, I see Atomic up there, 8 stocks taken, and then 2 1s. Like, what happened here?
It's insane because Skits and Vibe had been so consistently taking like 4 or 5 stocks apiece. And it looks like Atomic has done most of the work for Arlington here. So, Rob, 1 stock to Vibes 3. This is already tough, but I feel like Waft is another factor on this. And as good as Skits is anyway, this is an incredible challenge for Rob, but not impossible. Now, if they lose over that side beat, oh, I know that locker room would be crazy.
Yeah, you ain't lying about that.
But we'll see.
Possible doesn't mean, or improbable doesn't mean impossible. That's kind of the best way to look at this. If you are Oakland, at the very least, you got it to this point. Rob gonna give it his best effort, but gotta really reestablish himself right now. He is taking a lot of damage, a very modest 30% on Skits right now. That is not gonna help you out.
Yeah, and not really found any big openings, just a couple of spare dash attacks here and there. All right, we got the bike coming on to play. Skits is very, very good about just pressuring you non-stop with the bike, setting you up for crazy scenarios, or even just baiting out strong options just by having the bike near you. So could be a huge problem for Rob. Again, catching the grenade, crossing up his shield, staying pretty safe here, and an amazing get-up attack because I think with Rage, that down smash might have done it. Oh, no back. Wow.
Ooh, is that enough?
Yes.
It is. Okay, that'll do it. UTA closing it out. First seed able to scrap their way back to the top as they will be competing in grand finals tomorrow against Fisher.